Hello students, very good morning. We are learning the chapter number 7, control and coordination. So in the previous chapter, we looked at life processes involved in the maintenance function in living organisms, right? There we had started with a notion we all have that if we see something moving, it is alive. Some of these movements are in fact the result of growth. As in plants, a seed germinates and grows, and we can see that the seedlings moves over the course of a few days. It pushes the soil aside and comes out. But if its growth were to be stopped, these movements would not happen. Okay, growth illa antandre ee movements agodilla. So some movements, as in many animals and some plants, are not connected with growth. Okay, some of the movements with not related to or not connected to growth. A cat running, children playing on swings, a buffalo chewing the cud. So these are not movement caused by growth. Okay, so now ಈ ತರ ಅದು ಸೊ ಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ರನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಗ್ರೋತ್. ಸೊ ವೈ ಡು ವಿ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಟ್ ಸಚ್ visible movements with life? A possible answer is that we think of movement as a response to a change in the movement of the organism. Okay, so something is happening in the surrounding, that's why we are responding to it. So here the cat may be running because it has seen a mouse. Not only that, we also think of movement as an attempt by living organisms to use change in their environment to their advantage. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೈಸ್ ಕಾಣಿಸಿದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇದು ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಚೇಂಜ್. Plants grow out into the sunshine. Children try to get a pleasure and fun out of swinging. That's why they are playing. So it is not related to growth. So then why these buffaloes are chewing the cud? Buffaloes chew cud to help break up so tough food so as to be able to digest it better. So adana tumba small agi cut ಮಾಡಿ, so it will help in digesting the food. So when a bright light is focused on our eyes, or when we touch a hot object, suppose if we touch a hot object, so we detect the change and response to it with movement in order to protect ourselves, right? So if we touch a hot vessel or any hot object, we'll immediately remove our hands from that object. Why? So we are responding it to the environmental change, so to protect ourselves from that object or on that material. If we think a bit more about this, it becomes apparent that all these movements in response to the environment, so it is carefully controlled. So each kind of change in the environment evokes an appropriate movement in response. So ನಾವೇನೋ ಟಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಾವು ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನ ತೆಗೆದ್ವಿ, that is the response we are showing. So when we want to talk to our friends in the class, we whisper rather than shouting loudly. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನಾವು ಯಾರ ಜೊತೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಸೊ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದ್ರ ಬದಲಾಗಿ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ಲಿ the movement to be made depends on the event that is triggering it. Therefore, such control movement must be connected to the recognition of various events in the environment, and it should be followed by only the correct movement in response. So correct response ಅಂದ್ರೆ if suppose ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಈಗ ಹಾಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ತಿದ್ರ, ಅದೇ ತರ ಹಾಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಲ್ಲ, we immediately remove. That is the response we are showing. So in other words, living organisms must use systems providing control and coordination. In keeping with these general principles of body organization in multicellular organisms, specialized tissues are used to provide these control and coordination activities. This information acquired at the end of the dendritic tips, maybe here, or the nerve endings. Okay, the information acquired at the ends of the dendritic tips of the nerve cell. So it sets off a chemical reaction that creates an electrical impulse. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಇಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್ the message will come to the cell body of the nerve cell. ಇದನ್ನ cell body ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. You know that the different parts in the nervous tissue, right? Students, in the previous year you have studied about a neuron, right? So it is the largest cell in the animal body. So here cell body, these are dendrites, it contain nucleus, it is a axon, lastly nerve endings. So in the nerve endings and the dendrites which is connected to another neuron, dendrites or nerve endings. So in this picture you can see, so this is one neuron and this is another neuron. So the nerve endings of one neuron is connected to the dendrites of the another neuron. So since if this connection is lost, the message from one neuron to another neuron also will lost. Okay, so since it is connected to the dendritic ends, the message from the electrical impulses from one neuron to another neuron, it is transported through this electric impulses. Okay, this connection, it is also called as synapse. This information, the information of a smell or a taste, it is acquired at the end of the dendritic tip. Okay, here the end of the dendritic tip. Okay, it sets off all chemical reactions that creates an electrical impulse. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು electrical impulse create ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So this impulse travels from a dendrite to the cell body. Okay, ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ dendrite ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ cell bodyಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. And then from the cell body it will move along the axon. ಇದು axon, right? So ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, axon, it is the tubular part of the neuron. Okay, so at from the dendrite it will come to the cell body, from the cell body it will come to the axon region. So at the end of the axon, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, end of the axon. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ತರ ಈ ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ಗೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಈ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ nerve ending. So there the electrical impulse sets off the release of some chemicals. Okay, here that will release some chemicals. These chemicals cross the gap. Okay, so that gap is called as synapse. So here you can see ಈ ತರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ತರ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೋ ಅದೇ ತರ ಇಲ್ಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ ಇಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ಗೆ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮೆಸೇಜು, ಸೊ ಆ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿನಾಪ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Okay, this is called as synapse. The chemicals cross the gap or a synapse and starts a similar electrical impulse. ಒಂದು ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ ಇಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ತರ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸಿನಾಪ್ಸ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಎ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಇಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಡೆಂಡ್ರೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್. ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಒಂದು ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ ಎಂಡಿಂಗು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ ನ ಡೆಂಡ್ರೈಟ್ ಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಎ ಸಿನಾಪ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ತರ ಈ ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸೋನ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇದೇ ತರ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಾನು ನರ್ವ್ ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಈ ತರ ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ಸ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಎ nervous tissue. So this is a general scheme of how nervous impulses travel in the body. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆಗೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಂಡ್ರೈಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸೆಲ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಟು ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ಆಕ್ಸೋನ್, ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಸೋನ್ so it will reach the next neuron by creating a electrical impulse or a gap that is called as synapse. And a similar synapse finally allows a delivery of such impulses from neuron to other cells such as muscle cells or glands. ಈಗ ನರ್ವ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ನರ್ವ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಈಗ ಅದು ಮಸಲ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ this is the dendrite of a neuron. It is connected to the muscle. This pink color is there, no, that is muscle. Here it is attached. The enlarged view, sectional view you can see here. So it is attached to the muscle cell. So by this way it will connect from nerve to muscle cells. So it is thus no surprise that nervous tissue it is made up of an organized network of nerve cells. It is an organized network of nerve cells or neuron, and it is specialized for conducting information via electrical impulses from one part of the body to another part of the body. Suppose so the neurons which is present in your finger, so it will give a message to your brain. So from one neuron to another neuron it will be connected and it will reach the brain. From the brain it will reach the finger and you immediately remove your finger from the hot object, right? And identify the part of a neuron where information is acquired. There's small questions here. If you look at the picture here, so they are asking a question. Identify the part of a neuron. Parts of the neuron. So there are cell body, dendrites, axon, nerve ending, so nucleus. These are the different parts of the body, and where the information is acquired. So where the information is acquiring in the dendrite region, right? From the dendrite region we are getting a message or a information. So next question, through which information travels as an electrical impulse. So from the dendrite through this axon. Answer is axon. Through this axon information is transferred. And one more question, where this impulse must be converted into chemical signal. So I told at the end of the nerve cell, the message or information is transferred to the another neuron, that is called as synapse, right? At the synapse the information or the impulse must be converted into a chemical signals and it will move onwards. So the answers are, first one, the information it is acquired by dendrite and it is transported or the message is travels through axon. Okay, here message acquired, message transferred through axon, and here it is converted into chemical signal here in the synapse region. Synapse regionally it is converting into electrical impulse is converting into chemical signal. So this is about nervous system. So the remaining part of this nervous system will study in the next chapter. I hope all of you have understood. Thank you.